Here in Boston, going to Harvard. Never been over there.
Nope, going to a place by Harvard. They got really great food.
What kind of great food?
They do like pizza and brunch.
What is the hook? What makes it special? Why is it on Triple D?
They're all locally sourced ingredients.
Okay, great. What's the name of it?
Source.
No, I understand they locally source everything. I got it.
Right.
What's the name of the place?
Source.
Chicken and waffles, 1 minute.
Incredible food, great bar. You can have it all.
Bucatini, I'm going in the pan.
What they're doing is awesome.
Next level fresh.
And for owner Daniel Rowan and chef Brian Kevorkian, keeping things fresh is all about hyper-local.
We're getting everything, including beverage, from within 90 miles of our front door.
It's a beautiful restaurant, by the way.
This was the original Cambridge firehouse from the early 1800s.
What are we gonna make today?
Rum baba French toast. Last baba coming up.
It's a cross between a French toast and a very fluffy pancake.
Soaked in rum, topped with vanilla mascarpone.
What are we into, chef?
Cake to the rum baba. Put the bowl into the warm water. We're gonna take the milk, 'cause we want that to get warm. Sugar, add the yeast, let it sit for about 10 minutes. We're gonna do the eggs, add the yeast, put the flour in. Once it comes together, we add the butter to it, slowly, just like you would a brioche. It mixes for about 10 minutes. Let it do a first proof.
And then from there, we'll go.
We're gonna get our cups ready. Melted butter, add a little bit of flour to it, portion it, then we roll it out like this.
You guys are doing great.
Look at him go.
Drop it in. Then we're gonna bake them off at what temp?
350 for 20 minutes.
Beautiful. Now that they're out of the oven, we're
Yep.
gonna make the syrup.
Some water, a little bit of rum,
That was full when we got here.
the sugar. Bring it to a boil,
Let this turn into syrup.
pour a little bit over the top, lift it up, and we add a little bit in here too.
Okay.
And then we throw them in the fridge and we leave them overnight.
All right, batter.
Sugar, the egg,
Liquid chicken.
yeah, vanilla paste, milk, heavy cream.
Okay.
The top we get rid of.
Whoa.
What?
Just a very little bit.
Look at that.
Were you a chef?
Yeah, I've cooked once or 6 times.
And we just cut it right in half.
There is some rum in this.
Dip it right in here and just put it in. We do 3.
Why not? How do we serve this?
We make a whipped mascarpone cream.
Okay.
Heavy cream. We add the sugar slowly, fresh mascarpone, and our vanilla. Mix it all together.
All right, let's see it, chef.
See that beautiful caramelized crust on there?
Oh, I
that's,
love it.
That's how it's supposed to be. We go in with the mascarpone that we made. Blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, a little bit of powdered sugar.
What's really going on with the rum?
That's maple syrup.
I thought it was rum.
I don't think it needs syrup.
This is dessert.
Very elevated. I love the texture and the crumb of the baba. It's light, but it's got structure.
It's soft, plenty of moisture.
You definitely know you get rum in there. The mascarpone cream,
You don't get an overabundance of vanilla flavor. Really
Light.
well balanced.
Yeah, exactly.
delicious.
1 minute on the baba.
A crisp char on the outside, but then in the middle, it's so fluffy and delicious.
And you have this nice little whipped cream that gives it a little more sweetness.
Did you do the free shot of rum?
I always have to add a little rum to my meals.
Look at that, just pouring that rum right on that. It's maple syrup.
Heavier chicken and waffles for you.
I think everyone who comes in here immediately like, wow, something special is happening here.
You can get pizzas here that you might not be able to get at your normal pizza place.
Pepperoni coming out.
The pepperoni pizza here is insane.
You said you make us a pepperoni pizza, and I'm like, really?
So our pepperoni pizza is completely unique from everywhere else.
All right, let's go.
All right, pizza dough. Cambridge tap water, olive oil, sourdough starter,
Got it. High gluten flour.
the salt, a little bit of sugar.
Just a touch.
We mix it for about 5 to 10 minutes until
Got
the
it.
dough comes together. Then we let it set for an hour, put it back on a higher speed, roll it into balls, and then we let it ferment for 72 hours.
3 days.
3 days.
Wow. What else makes this pepperoni pizza so special?
Our tomato sauce, start with whole canned tomatoes, little sugar, little salt, cayenne, dried oregano. That is our tomato sauce. We gotta make the vincotto. That's actually Italian. I know that one because it sounds Italian. You know,
Oh,
we say
fragile.
Fragile, exactly. Red wine,
Little sugar,
sumac.
little lemony citrusiness.
Fennel seeds, coriander seeds, black peppercorns, juniper, and fresh thyme.
Lawn chickens.
And then we reduce this down, strain it, we get a beautiful syrup.
Let's see it. Look at that delicate dough.
That's beautiful.
Then our beautiful tomato sauce, freshly grated mozzarella cheese that comes from down in Connecticut.
Keep it local.
Caramelized onions.
Not your everyday pepperoni pizza.
So these are your cup and chars. It's about 50 slices.
Jeez.
You can't count that high.
7, 12, 50.
400. What kind of wood are we using?
Maple.
Oh, because we use plywood. And you know what? Railroad tie. It gives a spiciness to it. In the wood-fired oven. We get done cooking that pizza with the kids' furniture.
Yes.
Next time, think about putting some pepperoni in it.
We give it some of our vincotto we made.
You need a chainsaw to get through the pepperoni.
We actually have a guy who comes in here and orders this with extra pepperoni.
It's impossible.
It's not. We actually put pepperoni on all the sauce, and then we put cheese over the pepperoni, and then we do more pepperoni. And he eats the whole thing. He doesn't bring any home, and he gets a second one to bring home for lunch the next day.
You're talking about yourself, or is this someone else?
No.
Yeah, come on. You want to talk about it? We're here. We're in the trust tree.
Listen, okay, it's all right. You know, it just kind of. His name is not Brian. It's Brian with a Y, not an I.
It's alter ego, Brian.
2 N's.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 N's. All right.
Wow. The dough, I mean, what an absolute vessel just to do it all on.
That's 72 hours, bro. That is a cloud.
Oh, look at that.
I can't believe how much pepperoni you put on there. If you didn't have that vino cotto on there and you didn't have those caramelized onions on there, it would be too much pepperoni. The sweetness and the caramelization is really what puts this together.
That is not your average 2 a.m. pizza right there.
That's a dynamite pie.
Pepperoni pizza for you.
The dough actually runs the show, if you ask me. Really pillowy.
Pillowy.
Yeah, memory foam for the soul.
It's probably the best pepperoni I ever had.
Take the extra bread, do a little dip.
Soaking up a little of the vinacotto.
How you spell that?
Wrong every time.
Get that prosciutto on there.
Source just does it right.
The discipline that you guys have put together, just doing food as great as you can, locally sourced. I can't imagine what else is going on inside that head. Dynamite.
Well done.
Bye-bye.
Wild.
Say bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
So I'm here in downtown SLO, San Luis Obispo, California. Great college town. I'm on the corner of Broad and Higuera. There is every kind of store you can imagine. When you're done shopping, what do you want? You want a great Italian joint to go to, and one with a dynamite story. Check this out. They meet in Italy. He flies over to the States. They get engaged. They take over the family restaurant. Well, the rest is history. This is Flower House.
Risotto cacio e pepe.
This is as close as it gets to being in Italy.
Everything is direct from Naples. The flour, you name it.
Gnocchetti go in the water.
For me, it's like I never left.
But Chef Alberto Russo did after following his wife Jessica from Italy to her native California and straight into the family biz.
This was originally my mom and dad's restaurant, but it was a different one.
So it didn't look like this?
Nothing like this.
This is sexy. This is a big playground for you, isn't it?
It is.
You have all your toys.
I do. I didn't buy it though. She bought it.
I know who the boss is.
It's a festive place. The food is spot on.
Genovese ragu.
Oh, this is the Genovese. The pasta is handmade.
It's an amazing marriage of beef and prosciutto.
I can't tell you how they make it, but I sure do enjoy eating it.
All right, Chef, let's get into it.
We're gonna make the mezzi paccheri. We just have semolina flour and water.
Once it gets fully mixed, it'll start the extruding.
Next step, we're gonna make the Genovese.
Genovese is a mix of salty meat, onions, and white wine.
Yes, olive oil and butter. Put some ground beef in it, prosciutto gambetto.
The trimmings of the prosciutto.
Cocoa powder.
What?
Yes, so the cocoa powder will give that balance of bitterness and sweetness. Celery, carrot juice, and we just add our onions in.
Got it.
Now that the onions are nice and cooked, we do the white wine and let it cook for about 2 to 3 hours. And that's it.
Got it.
Next step, with the provolone sauce.
So is this imported provolone?
It is.
Italian provolone is salty and tangy and sharp and a little bit drier.
Whatever comes out.
Yeah, you don't know whatever falls in your hand. Oh, well, from the angels. That's gonna be good. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Milk, room temperature,
Right.
and a little heavy cream. Cook the pasta in boiling water. A ragu in a sauté pan.
My mouth, it's like when the dam is gonna break. And beep, beep, beep.
Little Parmigiano cheese.
Finishing that last cook of the pasta in the sauce. Just take your time and do it slower. You're gonna kill me.
Tiny bit of green.
That's the money bite right there. Genovese is one of my favorite dishes. I make it at home once a month. It has a salinity to it because of the prosciutto. The provolone cream sauce, that creaminess that you're getting, the saltiness from it, is a perfect play in. The piece of it that really makes it all sing, Chef, is the pasta. It has a great bite to it, made fresh. It's a real center of the plate. I would come back just to get this.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So I'm here in the Inglewood neighborhood of Indianapolis, and I've got a great story for you. All right, young chef from Mexico lived in that building right there, and she went to the Inglewood Community Development Corporation and said, listen, there's an abandoned building right over there that my dad and I would love to put a little tamale shop in. They have built a following. They are doing tamales, tacos, you name it. Everybody loves it. This is Tlaole.
quesadillas up.
It's a different way to experience Mexican food.
Por casado. Your mind's blown. You're like, what is this?
One ACDC torta.
How do you say it in the first place?
Everybody says it differently.
I say it's the house that Carlos Hutchison built with the help of his local community and daughter Carla, who's now a culinary instructor in Los Angeles.
I used to work for steel companies in Mexico, but my hobby always was cooking. Carla, that is a chef, so she trained me to open this business.
American dream.
Here's your turkey tamales.
The turkey tamales, just phenomenal.
It's cranberry sauce on a turkey tamale, and you're like, how does that even work?
All right, so ground turkey.
Onion powder, thyme, garlic powder, white pepper, majoram,
A little kosher salt.
water, and we're gonna mix it. Butter, sage.
Are we gonna roast this in the oven?
375 for 20 minutes.
Okay, so we've done cooked turkey, shredded turkey breast. What do we do next?
Turkey tamale sauce. We're gonna begin with the fresh pepper, tomato powder, sour cream, fresh red tomatoes. Mix the ground turkey with the shredded turkey salsa. Finishing with olive oil.
I assume this is the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Olive oil and water. Let's see the oil and water combo.
Cranberry, wait until that bloom. Bloom. Manzano pepper, habanero, Roma tomatoes, sage, jalapeno peppers, red onions,
Orange peel.
tangerine, this quite different, sugar cane cone, tangerine juice, orange juice, celery seed, salt, black pepper.
We'll let this cook
For 20 minutes. Cider vinegar, fresh cranberry, cilantro, and then blend all together. We're gonna do the masa, olive oil, celery seed, celery salt, thyme, baking powder, oregano, sage, garlic powder,
marjoram,
salt, onion powder, mix it. We're ready for the machine.
Let's get the machina. We are in uncharted territory right now, folks. Is he's gonna pack it around the sides with the masa, and then I think we're gonna put the meat right in the center of that.
Correct.
That's our turkey. Wow. Never seen this before. Now that this is done,
We need some corn husks,
that have been soaked in water,
a little bit here. Wrap the tamales. Put it in aluminum foil.
how many different types of tamales do you make?
Oh, we have like 6, 7, and sometimes one special. We have 2 vegans. We have
2 vegan tamales?
Yes, we have pork. We have chicken, salsa verde. We have the beans. No, that is soy chorizo with black beans and potatoes.
So this when you got two short tamales,
Yeah.
you use the half of one skin, half of another skin.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that.
Now from here we'll steam them.
Yes. Plate the turkey tamales, some cranberry salsa, a little bit of cilantro, and that's it.
I've never had a turkey tamale, but it's delicious. Good texture from the masarina, very rustic. You can't tell that I like the salsa, by the way. I get a little bit of spice in the cranberry. I just housed a whole tamale here talking to you. Delicious. Like, eat the husk, delicious.
Turkey tamale are ready.
The mesa is just phenomenal.
The cranberry salsa is one of my favorite things that Carlos makes.
The pork asado tacos.
It really is just a wonderful hidden gem.
This is the dude, the Inglewood Community Development Corporation. You guys gave them the kickstart.
We've been very lucky to partner with him for about 10 years now. It's a good place to build community, get some great food.
Vegan birria tacos.
They've got the best vegan tacos in town.
You never miss or even realize that you're not eating meat.
Birria typically is made with goat.
In place of the goat, we just jackfruit.
Jackfruit. So first thing we're gonna start off,
Chili paste salsa, Roma tomatoes, oil,
onions and garlic.
oregano, cumin, bay leaf, thyme, marjoram, water. Cook everything, and then we add the chilies.
We have
Ancho,
Guajillo.
and puya.
Hit it with the immersion blender for a long time.
This is vinegar,
Got it.
jackfruit, paprika,
Because if that was cayenne, I was gonna be scared.
onion powder, marjoram, salt, oregano, garlic powder, bay leaf, and rosemary.
You can smell that from here.
Cumin, thyme.
So this is the house paste.
Yes.
Delicious.
Mix it.
The oil going in
Yes.
too?
Cook it for 30 minutes in total.
Roasted plantains.
Yes. Onion powder, salt, white pepper, guajillo powder.
So this gets mixed with the jackfruit.
Yes. Little bit of chili paste, Put it in the oven 15 minutes.
The party continues.
Prepare the mushroom.
So you got oyster mushrooms and the white button.
Oil with onions and garlic.
This guy's going next level. Now we're gonna roast this off.
50 minutes. Combine our mushroom with the jackfruit chili paste. And birria is done.
All right, so the last thing we're gonna make?
The consomme, whole tomatoes, onion, garlic, and jalapeno. The chili paste that we
made earlier.
Tomato paste, cinnamon, and clove.
Okay.
Salt, bacon broth.
Got it.
Cumin.
What's in the sachet?
Marjoram, bay leaf, and thyme.
We'll cook that down, take that out, and then puree that.
Correct. We're gonna make our birria tacos. The tortillas, canola oil, guajillo powder.
But he really thinks through all this. Vegan cheese, look at that.
A little bit of pico. Turn it like this and present it. And put a little bit of lime on it.
I'm speechless. That's better than 80% of the birria tacos I've had. There is so much flavor, so many great textures. The mushroom is the winner. The consomme dip, a 10. I don't say that very often, but that's a 10.
Thank you so much. Vegan birria.
Have you had birria tacos before?
They're one of my favorites.
You've had it with meat and you've had it with jackfruit.
I prefer these.
The crispiness on the outside of the shell, and then like the softness on the inside.
On a 1 to 10 scale,
Above 10.
Carlos gets it.
100%.
Tortas!
I come like at least once a week now. I can't stop coming.
Not a normal person sees this. You were born a chef. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm here in Bradley Beach, New Jersey, right down the street from Asbury Park to check out a restaurant that fits right into the Triple D mold. We're looking for authenticity, we're looking for a great story and dynamite food. I hear the chef is on the line every night, 6 days a week. He's writing his own menu, he's doing things his way, and everything is scratch made. That'd be a great name for a restaurant. This is Scratch Kitchen.
Pick up 1 beans and shrooms.
Scratch Kitchen is definitely the place to go. The food is fresh.
Everything is made with love and passion.
Let the tomatoes do the magic.
JT is just a phenomenal chef.
That's JT Dunn, who opened this spot after years of drifting in and out of the industry. So you finished marine biology.
With a degree.
Jumped ship and went into restaurants.
For 37 years. I took a break 14 years ago, but I started to get the itch again.
Right back in, baby.
Yeah.
All right, what are we making today?
Cajun clams.
Cajun clams in New Jersey.
Yes. Picking up on Cajun clams.
It's got cherry tomatoes, andouille sausage, and cannellini beans.
It's more than an appetizer. It's a great dish.
We're gonna make a homemade clam stock.
These are huge.
Yeah, big clams, big juice. Celery, carrots, fresh lemon, onion, little bay leaf, and some agua. And we'll let that go until the clam's open and the stock's ready to use. And then we'll strain it.
What are we doing next?
Overnight tomatoes, garlic, fresh rosemary, and cherry tomatoes. Finish with extra virgin olive oil. This goes into the oven. That gets turned off, and the pilot light cooks these tomatoes. It's a slow poach.
Got it.
Now we're gonna make roasted garlic and rosemary infused flatbreads.
Let's see it.
All-purpose flour, yeast, salt, sugar, rosemary, and then we're gonna use the roasted garlic from our overnight tomatoes. Water and oil.
You put the water and the oil together?
Yes. Gotta cut down on the workload.
That's your way of cutting down on the workload?
Yep.
Wow.
Proof for an hour and a half. So you just roll it out, and we fry it up.
That's gorgeous.
Now we're gonna make seasoned breadcrumbs.
It is the season of breadcrumbs.
Fresh parsley, granulated garlic, oregano, Parmigiano cheese, salt, a little bit of pepper, extra virgin olive oil, unsalted butter. Breadcrumbs are gonna go in.
All right.
Now we're gonna assemble our Cajun clams.
Okay.
Start off with a little olive oil, andouille sausage, garlic.
The clams are free, but the breath mints are like 80 bucks.
Add our clams, our overnight tomatoes, basil, butter, scallions, cannellini beans. Season with a little salt and pepper. Then we're gonna deglaze with a little white wine and some clam stock. Fresh parsley, our seasoned toasted breadcrumbs.
I'm drowning in drool.
And our flatbread.
Is this an appetizer?
This is an appetizer.
For 18 people? Look at that money bite. I love what is happening in the food revolution. I mean, I'm right in the center of it, and I'm seeing people try different ethnicities of food, styles of cooking. I mean, really embracing it. One of my favorites is to see what people are thinking about vegan and vegetarian cooking. It's changed dramatically from what I was eating as a kid in the 70s and 80s. So here I am in Avon by the Sea in New Jersey, checking out a place where these two nutritionists that have come together with this plant-based cafe that is just rocking the town. This is Seed to Sprout.
Golden, chocolate chip,
Everything on the menu is top notch.
Food that's just really soul nourishing.
Got a chorizo hash bowl up.
They're magicians. They taught me everything I know about plant-based food.
And Alex Mazuka and Kara Dewar have been the town's vegan ambassadors since they opened this shop in 2012.
Most of our customers are not vegan at all.
like
you know?
maybe 10%
our
of
top
our customers
just want to come here for a delicious meal that makes them feel really good, that they know is loaded with nutrients.
You cater?
Yes.
It's like in harmony. It's like a doo-wop band.
We finish each other's sentences constantly.
Oh, this should be just hysterical.
It's gonna be great.
What are we making today?
Our California burger is our #1 seller.
Got a California burger melt.
It's got the beet burger, cashew cream, and the greens. When I first had it here, it was like, wow, this is so good.
We're gonna start by making our beet burger patties. Shredded raw beets,
Everything's organic.
cooked brown rice, diced yellow onion, raw sunflower seeds, the nooch,
Nutritional yeast extract.
garlic, Italian seasoning, tamari.
You can have it today or tomorrow.
Exactly. Extra virgin olive oil, agave nectar, sea salt, a little black pepper. Pulse it up a couple times.
It does look like ground beef, I'll give you that much.
Pretty wild. Little mold.
There's no mold on that. We're forming it.
0 mold.
In the oven at what temp?
375 for 20 minutes. Now we're gonna make our cashew cheese sauce.
Okay.
Organic raw cashews, nutritional yeast.
A lot of it.
I mean, that's where our cheesy flavor is coming from,
And your jokes.
obviously. Sea salt, we use filtered water for everything. Extra virgin olive oil and apple cider vinegar.
Drop the hammer, Cole.
Boom. That's all she wrote. It sets up in the fridge.
Is
What
it
do you
better
think?
than yours?
It's better than mine.
How does, oh!
It's the ACV. Note to self, add ACV. Tell me about the pickled onions.
So the pickled red onions, we start with just thinly sliced red onions, and then we make a brine with apple cider vinegar, filtered water.
You guys ever thought of using filtered water?
Filtered water for everything.
Everything.
That's my recommendation. Thanks
Everything.
for following that. Okay.
Agave nectar, sea salt, black pepper, dill,
That's a big deal.
huge dill. Mix that up, stick it in the walk-in overnight, and just let them really just reduce down.
And then they're done. That's it.
We're gonna build our sandwich, our homemade coconut butter,
What type of bread is this?
brown rice flour, millet flour, flax. Hit one side with our cashew cheese sauce, one side with mashed avocado. Pickled onions on, tomato, our burger on there, sprouts. We just like to get everything kind of warm and married together on the griddle.
When you say it, you have to go.
I could try not to.
Okay, try.
but
I'm telling you, she can't. Get after it. Drum roll.
I mean, it's delicious. The cheese is so creamy and the avocado fits so well. And the patty's got a ton of flavor. That bread crushes. It's got a great crumb. Love it. Great job.
And we're ready for the griddle.
It's a very fresh take on a burger. It's got a little earthiness to it from the beets.
The cheese sauce should be illegal.
It really is.
And it melts like on the burger.
These folks have been at it for a long time. What it's become is a really awesome and beautiful thing.
I live in New York. I travel down every weekend. I'm the first person at the door.
That's awesome.
Bacon cheddar melt.
I'm having the bacon cheddar melt. It's marinated tempeh, caramelized onions, and a cashew cheese sauce. I love it.
What's up next?
Bacon cheddar melt. First, we're gonna make our marinated tempeh. That's like the meat on the sandwich.
That's the meat of it.
Get it in boiling water for 20 minutes, which kind of turns it into a sponge.
Okay, let's make the marinade.
Extra virgin olive oil, gluten-free tamari. We're doing it today.
Thank you. Gosh, thank you.
Agave nectar, nutritional yeast, ground mustard, black pepper. The tempeh is expanded.
Dunk them once.
Yep.
It's gonna soak up all that flavor. So here's our coconut bacon, dark maple syrup, liquid smoke, tamari, nutritional yeast, sea salt. Pour this over our,
Dehydrated coconut.
yep.
Yep.
You can definitely get the liquid smoke.
Yep. You're gonna eat it like
You'll
that?
say,
I
you'll
want to
say.
taste it. That gave me just like this little, wait, there's some bacon thing there.
We do sell this on our website and at the front counters. People buy it from all over the place.
Yeah, bags of bacon.
All over the place. Why did you become crazy Doc Brown from Back to the Future? Whoa, Marty. Now we're gonna roast this down.
325, it goes for about 30 minutes. We stir it every 5 to 6. Now we're gonna
Put it
build
together.
our bacon cheddar melt. We've got our marinated tempeh with some extra marinade. Get our bread ready, butter both sides. That same cashew cheese sauce, caramelized onions, and then we got our coconut bacon. Griddle to perfection.
How'd you guys come up with the name?
We tried to encompass like everything from kids to adults, from, you know, everything we do is like obviously plant-based. So it's just like really kind of like from the ground up.
Are your kids plant-based?
Mine are, yeah.
My husband feeds my kids all sorts of stuff, but you know, it is what it is.
There you go, honey.
When I cook for them, it's plant-based, yes.
Great.
I have my boundaries for sure with my kids.
Right.
But
Yes.
my husband eats a certain way, and I want them all
So
to,
they don't
you
get
know,
salami?
They have never had salami.
Not yet. Not
But
yet.
they've had ribeye. That's a whole
All right.
That's a whole other.
So you haven't done crack, but you've tried meth.
Exactly. We've got our bacon cheddar melt.
If I let this go any longer, they're gonna
Our heads are gonna pop off.
self-combust. It's almost like eating a patty melt. The key to it, in my opinion, caramelized onion.
Yes.
The tempeh, wow, what a fantastic medium. I love the spongy technique. And the bacon, the smokiness and the balance that you put together with the marinade, it's flavor through the roof. Delicious, very creative.
Bacon cheddar melt.
That smoky bacon is a perfect addition to that sandwich.
Tempeh, they do it better than anybody else.
Got a kimchi rice bowl up?
Nothing comes close to Seed to Sprout. Nothing.
You're pioneers.
Thank you.
You really, and they answered together. I'm here in San Luis Obispo, California, on Broad Street, right between the airport and downtown. You know when you go to the South and you get a meat and three? Well, this joint that I'm gonna check out, husband and wife team, they're doing the meat and three just their own way. Let's see, they've got Brussels, they've got fries, they've got salads, sliders, mac and cheese, in all different ways, and you can get 1, 2, 3, or 4 items on a plate. I mean, it just makes me hungry thinking of the combinations. This is Taste.
Banh mi, cheeseburger in paradise.
If you can't decide what you want to eat, come to Taste.
The menu has everything you could ever want.
2 tips of Argentina going down.
You could do like a mac and cheese, you could do a burger, you can do a salad. You can mix and match and make it like your own dinner.
Because owners Gretchen Lemire and her husband Scott, well, they know a thing or two about picky eaters.
I can't decide what I want to eat, ever. So here, you can get a little bit of everything. Not one plate's the same.
Oh my gosh.
Just became our family business and our love.
I got a quartet of.
Whenever I'm traveling elsewhere, I'm like, I just want to go somewhere like Taste where I can get a bunch of different things.
Warm up the flatbread for the kofta.
The lamb kofta is amazing.
It has a variety of Mediterranean spices.
With tapenade and the hummus, which are both made in-house.
So we're starting off with our lamb koftas. So first, we're gonna make our spice blend.
Okay.
Red onions, cilantro and parsley, salt, toasted coriander, cumin, granulated garlic, chipotles and adobo that we did blend up beforehand. Yeah, we're gonna kick it up.
Mixed into the ground lamb.
Divide it into portions for grilling time.
What comes with that?
Hummus, tapenade, and our homemade flatbread. We make it all.
Overachiever.
So we're now gonna make our flatbread dough. Warm water, yeast, sugar, let it do its thing. All-purpose flour, allspice, salt, parsley, and tarragon. Give that a little whirl. Go ahead with our happy yeast water.
Okay.
Olive oil, let it sit and proof away. Roll it out and throw it on the grill.
What else are we gonna make?
For hummus.
Humana, humana, humana.
Chickpeas, tahini, sesame oil, garlic, lemon juice, water, salt, paprika. That's it.
Delicious. What's in the olive tapenade?
Olives and
Okay.
garlic, and then we use a little bit of the olive brine. There you go.
Let's build it.
All right, you ready?
Are you ready?
We got our warm flatbread and our meatballs. I like to make a little sandwich.
You think this is my first rodeo?
Now you're doing it.
Typically, kofta isn't that flavorful. Delicious, juicy, nice char, delicious flatbread, just even by itself. Solid hummus, tangy, not too olivey, too garlicky tapenade. So if that's the precursor to the rest of what I'm expecting, I'm gonna put on a seatbelt. So I'm here in Columbus, Ohio with my good buddy, Anthony Carano, the president of Caesars Entertainment. Long time ago, I said, you know what, buddy?
You promised me you'd take me on diners, drives, and dives.
Exactly. The question is, what did I take you to? Today, Anthony, I'm taking you to a diner, not just any diner, but a Greek diner. You're gonna get great food, you're gonna get great story, and you're definitely gonna get some characters. This is Tommy's Diner.
I got a meatloaf sandwich, 2 special cheesecakes.
I just love coming to Tommy's. The atmosphere is fantastic.
It's a place where everyone is welcome.
Stuffed French toast going up?
There's nothing like it. It's my cheers.
And this breakfast lunch hangout is where the Pappas family has been serving up American and Greek classics for over 30 years. Is your name really Tommy?
Yep. I mean, the Greek name is Athanasios.
You're from Greece.
Yep.
You were in Greece,
I was born there. I left when I was 3.
but you went back to Greece. Is that where you met this guy?
Yes.
When did you get into this?
I was 7 when we opened.
In this actual diner.
In this building, yeah.
Some history here.
What are we gonna cook today?
We're gonna make Greek pasticcio.
Your pasticcio?
Absolutely fantastic dish.
It's pasta with meat, cheeses, and bechamel sauce. It is to die for.
You ever had pasticcio?
No.
It's Greek noodle lasagna.
We're gonna start off browning some meat, cooking it with onions.
Did your mom teach you to cook or your dad teach you to cook?
My mom taught me back here. My dad taught me the line.
Have you ever been on the hotline?
I have. Started on the fried, went to the grill, pizza oven, everything.
You can throw pizza.
I can throw pizza.
Next up, we're gonna add a little white wine, tomato sauce, salt, black pepper, ground cloves, granulated garlic, cinnamon, fresh garlic. Cook this down.
Next, the bechamel.
We're gonna heat up a roux, and then we're gonna add the roux to the milk, a little nutmeg, some white pepper, salt. We got some Romano and shredded Parmesan cheese right
Okay.
there. The eggs, you wanna make sure you're mixing it the whole time.
Time to build it.
I'm ready.
All right, penne. Butter, cheese, pepper, salt, and then the egg.
Okay.
We'll do layered noodles at the bottom of the pan. Pour a little bit of the bechamel, smooth it out.
All of the meat sauce at once?
All of the meat. Then we're gonna pour the rest of the noodles on top. The rest of the bechamel,
See, look at you. You have a future in this business, Carano.
smooth it out. Cheese, you gotta have more cinnamon.
We're gonna let you do that.
Butter.
This go in the oven. What temp?
350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. What you want is just a nice brown coating on the top.
Gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
You can smell that meat, smell the onions and the garlic, and then all of a
Cinnamon.
sudden you get cinnamon.
Maiden voyage. The flavor in the meat. Get that cinnamon at the end.
I've got a lot of pasticcio. This has got great balance. Not too salty, not too much bechamel, not too much meat. Good bite in the noodle. Delicious.
Starting pasticcio.
I love how they infuse Greek flavor into the lasagna.
The pasta was so tender. The meat was well cooked but not overcooked.
It's excellent.
Do you sit at the counter or do you sit at the booth?
Sit at the counter. A lot of action you can watch. And I like to talk a lot.
George, what do you think?
I love it.
Just the conversations over the years and the friendships that people built just from this counter. It's pretty cool.
I love it.
Breakfast burger?
Been coming here for about 20 years. Always a good diner. Good portions.
But you definitely save room for dessert.
Baklava cheesecake coming up.
The baklava cheesecake is exquisite.
It's like they set a baklava on a piece of cheesecake.
We're making a baklava cheesecake.
Got it.
Ready to
Hang
go?
on, wait. Baklava.
Cheesecake.
Baklava cheesecake's not normal.
No, it's not normal. We're gonna make a syrup first. So we got water, honey, sugar. We're
Okay.
gonna let it simmer for about 25 minutes. Then we're gonna add the cinnamon. Roasted nuts are gonna get tossed in the syrup.
If there's any left from Anthony eating them.
We're gonna make the filling for the cheesecake.
Okay.
Cream cheese, sugar, vanilla. And with this, it'll get nice and soft. Key part of this is to do 1 egg at a time.
Got it.
Let it mix in. Low sour cream to finish it. Now it's time to build the cheesecake.
Let's see it.
Start with a phyllo dough. We're gonna do layered butter, fold it up, more butter.
And we're gonna line this whole thing.
Nuts.
Okay.
Sprinkle it on the bottom there.
Okay.
Put half the mix in. You do the rest of the nuts, rest of the sauce. We're bringing the phyllo dough back up. More butter. A couple more layers of phyllo. Now you're gonna fold these in.
The royal wedding cake doesn't take this long.
And
More butter,
more butter. Score it.
but no nuts on top.
There will be some nuts on top.
We just used all of them.
No, I have other ones. You were eating them, so I don't want to keep them all out.
Oh, is that what it is, Anthony? See what happens?
And then we're gonna bake it.
Oh, baby.
If that eats half as good as it looks,
It eats better.
Listen to the crunch. It smells good.
I think that's just cologne. Look at that thing.
Yes.
Syrup, just to make it look pretty. There's no wrong way to go about
Get
this.
the guy position.
Holy moly. Wow.
Great crunch. Flavors outstanding. It's all there.
I'm putting out the Flavortown bat signal. I don't know where you could be in Ohio that it wouldn't be worth driving to get that.
You've got all these different layers, the chewiness, the crunchiness. It's delicious.
There's a lot of depth to it. Great amount of tang. I love the sour cream. We would call Tommy's Baklava Cheesecake House.
Nice.
People are gonna line up. That right there, hands down, one of the best cheesecakes I've ever had.
Here's your baklava cheesecake. Enjoy it.
The flakiness of the baklava on top is amazing.
It's very creamy, sweet.
Delicious.
Salty, tangy. That cheesecake
That's
should
true.
be illegal.
Waffles a minute and a half out.
It's not typical diner food. It's good old down home cooking.
So funny that I have to bring the guy all the way from Vegas to Columbus to have something so representative of going big or going home. You killed it.
Thank you.
So I'm here in Grover Beach, California, which is about a mile south of Pismo Beach. You know the place where everybody comes to go to the dunes? Well, today is definitely not the day to go to the dunes, but don't worry, I'm not here for the dunes. No, I'm here to check out this husband and wife restaurant where they're taking everyday dishes and kind of taking them to the, as they say, the 2.0. This is the Spoon Trade.
Order up chicken and waffle.
It really blows people away.
Vegan tikka.
It is comfort food with a twist.
Fresh, locally sourced.
I've been to a lot of beach communities. You do not find restaurants like this all the time.
Agreed.
Finish that tartare, get it up first.
That's because Jacob and Brooke Towns picked up some gourmet vibes during their time in San Francisco before they headed back to the beach.
You know, we spent 20+ years in the industry. We moved back home and we opened a restaurant that's an expression of our collective experience.
Why Spoon Trade?
We spoon food and trading stories.
I think it's the one tool to bind us all on the whole planet.
The spoon is pretty universal.
Yeah.
Everybody uses a spoon.
It's time to eat.
Chicken and dumplings.
A few things that are my favorites. One of them is chicken and dumplings, garlic fennel chicken sausage.
Completely changes your mind about chicken and dumplings.
What are we starting off with?
Chicken stock, roasted chicken bones. We had carrots, celery, onion, rosemary, thyme, garlic, peppercorn, and bay leaf. Top it off with water. Bring it to a simmer for about 12 hours. Strain it off. We're gonna make our chicken broth. We melt butter down, add a little shaved thin garlic, add flour to that, lots of black pepper.
Fresh ground.
Always. Chicken stock. Bring it up, season it with salt.
Now what are we on to?
Chicken sausage.
We turn into a meatball.
We're gonna make a slurry. White wine, salt, toasted pepper, rosemary, toasted fennel.
Got it.
Some fresh garlic. We get ice in there.
All right, let's hit it.
All right, here we go. And we're ready to mix.
Oh, you're gonna paddle this out.
Ground chicken, chicken and chicken skin puree, slurry of white wine, garlic, fennel. Start it up, mix thoroughly. We can scoop and bake. 425 for 6 minutes.
What's our next step?
Dumplings 2.0.
Let's see it.
We have flour, baking powder, baking soda, sugar, salt. Do a quick little mix of that. Nice ice cold butter going in. Then we have some nice cold buttermilk.
What are we doing using a spoon?
We are the Spoon Trade, and this is a Lady Hamilton, 1932.
I was noticing that. Making a few hundred of these. What temp are we baking them off at?
375 for 15 minutes.
Let's build it.
Start with the hot broth, dumplings, sausage, Brussels sprouts, and butternut squash. We'll bring this to a simmer. Greek oregano.
Okay, look at that.
A little bit of olive oil,
Okay.
crunchy sea salt, fresh ground pepper, and some freshly chopped parsley over the top.
This is a piece of art. The thing about stock is it really measures the chef. Tender meatball. Try to give each bite the respect it deserves. This is probably the most elevated chicken and dumplings I've ever had. Warning, the dish you're about to eat may wreck everything you ever thought about chicken and dumplings.
Dumplings going to the plate.
Fennel, meatballs, chicken, really, really good.
Fabulous.
I almost drowned in it.
Biscuits that are just soft and fluffy, but a little crunchy on the outside.
These two are crazy, creative.
All of the above.
Really
Very creative.
Sauce for tikka going down.
Where do all these spoons come from?
People just started bringing them in, and
Grandma's baby spoon,
I've got
the
baby
World's Fair
spoons.
spoon.
And it gives you that sense of being at home, and the food makes you feel like you're welcomed.
What is up next?
Bologna nice and crispy.
Bologna sandwiches. Don't go anywhere. Hanging out in Grover Beach. Not Pismo, he just told me. Should have been.
I love it.
How many different ethnicities of food do we cook?
I have Brazilian, Peruvian, Colombian, Dominican, did I say Cuban, Mexican, Puerto Rican, and Brazilian. Duh.
18.
Yeah.
18, there we go.
That's new
great
math.
counting.
Yeah, good job. Mexican food's hot. That's about the only one that's hot.
Yeah.
Peruvian food doesn't have a lot of
There's
spice.
a lot of flavor, a lot of
flavor, but
spices, a lot of
like Cuban
herbs.
food, Dominican food, Brazilian food, everything's like, it's because it's Latin, it's gonna be spicy. It's not. It's really Guatemalan food, it's not. It's the Mexican food.
Look at those.
Little green magic.
Look at that.
Yeah, there you go, that's the bite I want.
There you go.
A little bit of a kick on the back end.
Yeah, a little bit at the
Perfect.
end,
Not too
yeah.
much.
The batter gives some interesting texture that I wasn't expecting.
You get the crunch, but it doesn't just fall apart on you.
I heard that one.
Picadillo is delicious. You gotta have the Oaxaca cheese in there. Nice creamy mashed potato and the magic sauce.
The sauce is magic.
Delicious.
Yes.
Putting the batter on the papa rellena.
That beef has some kind of special seasoning. It's out of this world.
And that green magic sauce, I could drink out of a bottle.
This is my buddy Tom from Landmark Hospitality Group. What did you think of the Papas Rellenos?
Can't wait to finish this conversation and finish those.
I know what he said to you is, I wish I would just leave my table.
Birria rolls ready to go?
How he does everything here. That's just amazing.
They planted their flag here, and I think that the community's really rallied around it.
And it's not just Eric, because he moved right next door to the restaurant owned by his dad and his late mom. Eric's dad. Very nice to meet you. It's very difficult because I know this is the picture of your wife up here. I just lost my dad. And I know that they're all around us and supporting us. What has made the success for you in this country?
Working hard. We're starting for nothing, from zero. Learn from him that you can make anything possible. And then I'm like, you know what, I could do the same thing over here. Birria platter, table number 7, ready?
The birria platter has short rib and brisket, and it comes with rice and beans. It's delicious.
We're gonna have our Heights birria platter today. We're making the birria sauce, little oil, onions.
Did you get a lot of these recipes from your mom?
Yeah, this is like, you start smelling it, and then you start getting flashbacks. Dry ancho and guajillo chiles, and some garlic.
You start coughing and crying?
That's how I know it's ready for the next step.
Roman tomatoes?
And then you start getting mushy.
The culinary term of mushy.
It is.
Cinnamon, thyme, black peppercorn, allspice, comino, oregano, a little bay leaf, vinegar.
Vinegar and some water.
Cook this down for about 2 hours. Blend it all up. Now we're gonna make our beef birria. Water, salt, brisket.
Okay.
Sauce in.
And then the short rib on the bone. This is gonna go for a few hours.
Yep. Pull the meat out, drain the consomme, chop up the meat.
What do we make next?
Rice and beans. Regular oil, onions, bell peppers. Cook this out. And you start smelling it. Tomato sauce. A little chicken broth.
A little bit.
Garlic. Little sazon.
Love the sazon.
Salt, adobo.
Oregano.
Oregano, black pepper. Then we add our rice.
Come to a simmer.
Let it sit 20 minutes. Then we'll add our peas and our corn.
Now, how do we do the beans?
Some oil, peppers, onions, garlic. Once you start smelling it, then we start adding tomato sauce, oregano, red kidney beans with a little bit of water, and then we just let that simmer. Take this out the pot.
So the birria that I come from is shredded on a tortilla. What part of the country is this from?
From Jackson Heights. I came up with it.
All right. So consomme, rice and beans. Really good.
Beans are money.
You're a good dude.
Amen, brother.
You're a good dude. Come check out Heights 167. Good dude right here.
Nice job.
So I'm here in Indianapolis, right in the heart of town, to check out a soul food joint. Not just any soul food joint, no. They've been pulling recipes from their family members all over the South. They got the staples. They got the mac and cheese. They got the meatloaf. They got the greens. They've got the fried chicken, the chicken and dumplings. You want it, they got it. This is Pa and Ma's Backyard Barbecue.
We're different regions of soul food.
Different regions. I didn't know that there were different regions. I'm down to be learned.
My mother's people are from Alabama. My father is from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Well, then you got Mississippi and Arkansas, West Virginia, because, you know, Virginia food is different from South Carolina, North Carolina, you know, so all the different regions and stuff.
Okay, so you do have regional soul. Yeah. So what are the specialties of the house?
We were voted best fried chicken in the city.
Fried chicken, we're gonna do dark meat. I love the fried chicken, fried corn, cornbread. It's right off the top fresh.
What are we doing first?
Brine for this chicken.
Hot water, salt, black pepper, poultry seasoning.
White pepper, thyme, sage, granulated garlic, a little sugar.
Raw garlic.
Pickle juice.
So let this go a couple hours to a whole day. All right, chef.
We're gonna make our dredge. Flour.
Granulated garlic.
White pepper, cayenne pepper, black pepper.
Poultry seasoning, some salt and some onion. Dredge this. Try to do the wet hand, dry hand thing if you can remember. All right. Hot seat.
Yeah, you got me, you got me.
350?
For 15 minutes.
All right, chef, what's up next?
Fried corn. This is a really deep South recipe. Margarine, flour, biltong,
Red bell pepper.
Green bell pepper, thyme, black pepper.
You want to hit the onion?
Yep, corn.
Right off the cob.
Rosemary, salt.
Sun-dried tomatoes, that's California right there, buddy.
We cook for a lot of different people.
And you love your garlic.
The new Southern way is to put the garlic in there.
A lot of flavor in that, buddy.
Yeah, and some sugar.
What's the last thing?
Well, we're gonna make the cornbread.
The hot water cornbread.
Now, this is a field thing.
I feel like I want to eat it.
Okay, let's go. Start with a bowl of cornmeal and add hot water.
Just gonna kind of add it until you get that texture that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Margarine and a few eggs.
Simple. Cook it on the flat top about 2 or 3 minutes.
All right, boss.
Let's plate the dish. Fried corn, cornbread. You got a wing, thigh, and a breast.
I love the fried corn. Hot cornbread's delicious. I love the crust and the crunch that it's got on it. When you talk about juicy chicken, look at the juice coming out of that chicken. Delicious.
Order up.
We eat chicken every day if we could. The fried corn was delicious.
I would travel just to go get the hot water cornbread.
Just to get that. How do you describe this place?
Comfortable and inviting.
Joy.
I grew up in the business. My
Okay.
grandfather, my grandmother had a restaurant.
How many kids you have? Two. Do they work here too?
They started the business with us. They worked in the heat suite.
In the where?
In the heat suite.
And that is the
In
kitchen?
the kitchen.
What's going on with you, brother?
They are people persons.
Want to do an extra wing? We can do that.
I'm just seeing what you don't finish.
I'm gonna finish everything.
Knew I picked the wrong people to sit with.
2 orders of chicken and dumplings coming up.
Today I had the chicken and dumplings. It's a lot of chicken.
The dumplings are hand-rolled and cut. It's just a big bowl of comfort.
Take it away, boss.
We're gonna make the stock for our chicken and dumplings. Pot of water, drop this chicken in, a little egg shape,
A little color to it.
whole celery,
Let me guess.
chopped garlic.
This guy loves garlic.
You know, keep the doctor away. Chicken base, granulated garlic, some rosemary,
And some sage.
black pepper, onions, and salt.
How long are we gonna let this go?
About 3 hours.
Bring it out, pull off the skin, shred the meat, and then we'll strain this. Are we adding veggies back into the stock?
Celery and onions, egg shave, thyme, a cornstarch slurp, pepper, salt, brine chicken thighs, and then we'll add the dumplings. You know, well, we got to make the dumplings, you know, before we add them.
Okay, let's get into it.
We got mashed potatoes here. So what we're gonna do is take some flour, margarine.
So we're almost making gnocchi.
Yeah, but this recipe comes from slavery. Once you get the feel of it, that's when we're going to put the egg in.
The egg in. Right in the center?
Yep. Then we're gonna slap it on this table. Just a little bit more flour. Nice little ball here. We're gonna roll it out. This is all you're gonna do.
Big old dumplings. Now, how long are we gonna let this cook?
15, 20 minutes.
Oh, can't wait to get in that. I'm gonna get in that whole pot.
And then we'll add diced up chicken breast.
Look at the portion.
If the one thing you can say when you leave Palm House is we gave you too much food,
Hey, one thing you say is I fell asleep at my table.
some do.
The flavor's outrageous, but it's the texture of the dumpling that I enjoy the most. So delicate and so tender and not spongy. It's delicious, it's mindful. You're literally gonna have to drag this away from me. What are we into, bud?
Barbacoa sauce for our barbacoa nachos. Guajillos, anchos, and maritas.
You can definitely smell those chiles toasting up.
Oh, yeah. Throw our cinnamon in, oregano, peppercorns, cloves, salt, yellow onion, garlic in there, tomatoes, add some water, simmer this for about 30 minutes, puree it, and then we're gonna rub it right on our barbacoa.
Oh. Right onto the barbacoa.
Yep, I will remove the cinnamon sticks.
That's why I was asking.
We have our brisket. We wrapped it in our banana leaves. So we're gonna dump this whole thing on there. So we'll go plastic and steam it on the stovetop for about 3 hours.
Then we're gonna transfer to the oven?
For about 2 more hours.
What else goes on the nachos?
We're gonna make our house cheese sauce.
Okay.
Charred poblanos, okay. Fried garlic as well. Heavy cream. Let that heat up a little bit, and then we'll add our American cheese.
Makes it nice and creamy.
Salt and pepper.
Let this simmer down now, then hit it with the immersion blender, and we're finished.
Yep. So we got our braised barbacoa.
Nicely done.
Shred it up. It's very hot.
I can't figure out why it's hot.
We're gonna start with our tortilla chips.
We frying these?
We do.
Nice.
They're good, man.
We do our pico first.
I like how you have the strainer in there to get some of the liquid out.
The old feta cheese.
Greek Mexican.
I've never seen it. On nachos.
Our barbacoa, mashed avocado, sour cream, cheese sauce.
Dude, why does this volume turn up?
Cheese sauce! So we actually serve the cheese sauce on the side.
You get to be your own
It's
boss.
more shareable.
And a little cilantro?
Yep.
I'm very decisive of where I'm going in.
You gotta get the right chip.
I like being my own boss here. Delicious.
Feta balance it out.
You try to believe it.
It's a tangy queso fresca. It's that same crumbly, dry cheese.
That is good amount of saltiness on there.
The barbacoa is spot on. It's delicious. The cheese sauce doesn't compete.
And then it's not just hitting the top of the nachos. You can kind of build it how you want.
Dynamite plate of nachos.
Yeah.
Middle name is chicken and biscuits.
All right, we're gonna actually marinate our chicken tenders. Put our eggs in, some buttermilk as well.
And hot sauce.
Yep, whisk this all together, throw in our chicken tenders.
How long we letting this marinate, Chef?
Overnight.
And what are we dredging this in?
Low protein flour, all-purpose flour, cornstarch, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, kosher salt. Once we drop the chicken in the dredge,
this will get deep fried
at 350 for about 6 minutes.
Got it.
We're gonna make sausage gravy. Raw breakfast sausage in there. So once that's browned off, take the pork out, and then we're gonna start making our roux. Some butter, low protein flour.
There's the roux.
We'll add our meat in. We'll add our milk, heavy cream, onion powder, garlic powder, kosher salt, black pepper, Worcestershire sauce.
An extra R on there.
Hot sauce. And then once that gets thickened up, we'll put it on the line for service. We're gonna make our cheddar drop biscuits.
Okay.
Start with all-purpose flour, some kosher salt, baking soda, baking powder, finely shredded cheddar cheese. So we've got some pre-shredded frozen butter.
That gives you your flakiness.
Some buttermilk.
Once you work this in here,
scoop these.
You drop them
right into the oven. 400, and then it'll drop down to about 220 and steam.
More than them fancy ovens.
So we're gonna make some hot honey. A little bit of Fresnos, jalapeno peppers.
Okay.
Once these get a little bit toasted on them, add our wildflower honey. Bring that up to a simmer. It takes about 25 minutes, and then we'll strain it off.
And we're good to go for the hot honey.
Let's plate this chicken and biscuits. Pull these out of our cheese melter. Warm gravy.
I think this and a couple bourbons, I'm asleep in the booth.
Easily.
Toss our chicken and a little bit of house spice blend.
I've seen a lot of chicken and biscuits, never where the chicken outdoes the biscuit.
Hot honey we just made, chives, and some flake salt.
You know, hey, come on, I got a good bite here.
The drop biscuit is dynamite, really nice and flaky. The gravy, I could be entombed with that.
The hot honey.
The hot honey's hot. I don't know if it's the hot honey, actually, Hunter, that's as hot as the
seasoning.
Is this what you expected chicken
No.
and biscuits in Columbus to taste like?
No, that's a lot, bro.
It is.
Everything is mindfully made.
I mean, you said it was elevated bar food, and that is elevated.
Yeah. Well done, man.
Thank you very
You're
much.
the real deal.
Delicious.
So I'm here on the snowy east side of Indianapolis, about 15 minutes from downtown, to check out a mom and pop joint. Oh yeah, this has got a great story. Let's see, she was in HR. He was selling radio, and while he was doing that, he was going to night school for culinary. Well, they took a bunch of family recipes, put it all together. Hope you like soul food. This is his place.
Grandma Minnie Sue's chicken and dumplings in the window.
The chicken and dumplings, it's truly comfort food.
Reminds me of something my mother would make.
All right, what are we into?
Minnie Sue's chicken and dumplings. We're
Let's
going to
go.
start with the broth. Skinless chicken thighs, celery.
This is how Minnie Sue did it.
Yeah, I had to take it back to her 8 times before I got it right.
Really?
Yes. Celery salt, chicken base, bunch of water. 2.5 hours to cook that. Strain it, pull the chicken.
Got it. Next up?
Now we're going to make the soup base. Butter, a lot of flour, broth.
The initial broth that came from the chicken thighs.
Chicken base, celery salt, garlic powder, onion powder, some milk in there.
This is gonna cook down, come together.
We're gonna strain this to make sure it's smooth, and they'll be ready for our chicken and dumplings.
Make it happen, Captain.
So now we're gonna make some dumplings. Flour, salt, eggs, shortening.
And a little water.
Mix by hand. Take a portion of this, knead it a couple times on the board. We're gonna roll these pretty thin, cut our dough. Now we have that broth that we made earlier.
He's my brother.
Chicken base, black pepper.
Wow, all that, huh?
Gonna give it a nice punch. Soup base, celery.
No onions and no carrots?
No onions, no carrots.
Huh. It's Minnie Sue's recipe.
Now we're gonna bring this to a boil. Drop the dumplings one by one, and you have to drop it into a boiling spot.
This is how this whole thing works.
This is how this works. I guess we could do it.
Oh, look at you, breaking the rules.
Cook these until the dumplings start to drop. Kill the heat, add in the shredded chicken. Comes with 2 sides.
Which is?
Whatever side you like.
What do you got?
We got collard greens, we got bourbon cream corn, we got candied yams, we have green beans, we have dressing, mashed potatoes, we got coleslaw.
All on the same day?
All on the same day.
You prep that every day?
Every day.
This is a big kitchen.
You think this is big?
This is huge.
Oh, we think this is tiny.
Oh, brother, listen, you got yourself a jetliner.
All right.
On its way to Flavortown. I can tell. Look at this, though.
Yep.
I'll have the cabbage,
All right.
mac and cheese. And this is how it comes.
That's how it comes.
Is this a normal spoon?
Yes.
What is it, diet spoon?
We want you to savor it.
Well, you're not gonna miss there's chicken in there. And that is a lot of dumpling. That's a cross between a pasta dish, chicken gravy, and chicken and dumplings.
All right.
Talk about comfort food on a snowy day like today. If I was at Minnie Sue's house and that's what she served me, I'd be sitting on that back porch like a cat, just begging.
This is something that I came up with. We're gonna start with some seasoned salt, lemon pepper,
Celery salt,
garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, MSG.
There you go. All right, so the turkey wings are gonna get seasoned, get smoked.
3 hours, 250 degrees, hickory wood.
Then they're gonna go with the collard greens.
All right, so first we're gonna start with our seasoning, chicken base, oil, MSG, garlic powder, diced onions, vinegar, red pepper flakes, sugar, liquid smoke. We'll mix this up into like a paste.
What's in here?
That's blanched collard greens.
Now, what happened if Blanche isn't working?
Then we go with Blair, but it doesn't turn out the same.
All right, that all gets poured in and mixed into these.
Smoked turkey wing, water. 500 degrees for an hour. We'll take them out and mix them up real good. We're gonna add more water into it and cook it for another hour.
Got it. Next up?
So the bourbon cream corn, we take butter, red peppers, red onions, garlic. We're gonna saute that off. Roasted corn, flour with salt and pepper, heavy cream, and then we're gonna add some bourbon. We're just gonna let it steam off. Finish it with some Parmesan cheese and green onions.
Like the way you roll?
Now we're gonna do the collard green grilled cheese.
It's my middle name, you know that. Yours is Earl, mine's collard green grilled cheese.
Butter the bread, provolone cheese, let it melt. Heat up our collard greens and our tomatoes. Our goal is just to get as much liquid out of the greens as possible.
So it's not soggy.
Exactly. Plate it up with some of our bourbon cream corn.
That's all she wrote. Yeah, if you don't get that extra moisture out of there, this thing will turn into a sog.
That's right.
Oh, great greens, really nice and tender. Double provolone's the key.
Yep.
That big Texas toast. The bourbon in the corn is what makes that sing. Got good snap to it. All that flavor from the collard greens. Delicious. Never seen that one before.
Collard green grilled cheese sandwich with sides.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Hey, get off your phone. We gotta go. I'm bringing up that list you asked me to.
Oh, okay. Where have we been?
Nepalese, Afghani, Pakistani, Indian, Indonesian, Vietnamese, Japanese, Chinese.
Okay, do we have any restaurants from Bangladesh?
I don't think I've ever been to a Bengali restaurant in my life.
Okay, well, we're here in Columbus, Ohio, and I have heard from everybody we have got to go check this out. This guy's been on Triple G, Beat Bobby Flay, Top Chef. He's done it all. Hole-in-the-wall joint. Are you ready for a Bengali experience?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. This is Joya's.
Magic chili crisp.
You wake up every morning and you're like, well, there's one place I need to go, and that's Joya's.
Katsy roll?
You got the American style with the Asian or Bengali culture in it.
Cheesy double crunch to orange 5.
I'm obsessed. It's pretty exciting.
And for chef and owner, Avishar Barua, his magical menu is a mashup of what he grew up eating.
So what we do is Bengali American.
No fusion.
Where's the name come from?
Joya is my mom's name, actually. She was from Bangladesh. If you walked into her house, you'd say, I'll feed you.
What are we making today?
Joya's fried rice. Selling 2 fried rice.
With the chicken nuggets and the pork belly bacon, the chili crunch and the peanuts, it's just so much flavor.
What do we got, chef?
This is our house magic spice rub. Green cardamom, black cardamom, star anise, cloves, fennel seeds, cinnamon,
Szechuan peppercorn.
Nailed it.
Nice. Black peppercorn.
Big peppercorn, Kashmiri chili powder, Indian bay leaf, and we're gonna give it a toast.
Was this mushroom powder?
It is mushroom powder.
Ha-ha! I'm
Nailed
a
it.
winner!
Yes.
I'm out!
Well done. You get a cookie later.
This is a little kitchen for a lot going on. A combi oven, I love that. What are these little units over here?
That's a CVAP, so it keeps all of our stuff for the tacos warm as we go through a lot of tacos. So
Tacos?
Yep.
Tacos?
Tacos.
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 Tacos?
Bengali American tacos.
Bengali tacos.
Yes, Bengali tacos.
Taco. Tacos.
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 Tacos, yeah.
Hey, wait. All right. You get to be a pirate today. Are you looking for a good time?
Go into the parchment.
Very fragrant.
Yeah, here we go.
So clear your sinuses right out.
Mushroom powder, sugar.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's delicious. My tongue is numb.
We're gonna make our chicken nugget batter. Cornflakes, Korean fried chicken flour. And this is that magic spice we just made. Next, we're gonna make a wet batter. The same flour as a base, some salt, vodka, soda water to give it some aeration. And a portion of chicken meatballs. And then we go dry, wet.
And then back in the batter.
Double.
We're gonna par fry them, then we freeze them to create more ice crystals on the outside, and then we fry them at 375 on pickup to make them extra crispy.
Got it.
So we gotta do the bacon. We got our pre-smoked bacon, we put our magic spice on it, then we smoke it again.
Yeah, if it's already done, then do it again and make it more difficult.
Right. Yeah. So we will actually steam it in the combi before we cut it, then fried.
And this is just one item on the menu.
This is one component of one item on the menu.
Component number 43, chili oil. We got Tianjin chilies and Kashmiri chilies, raw and toasted cinnamon, Indian bay leaf,
Szechuan,
star anise, clove. We gotta put our oil in there, bring this up to 285 degrees. Then we're gonna add our ginger, let it steep overnight.
And let it steep overnight.
This chili oil is used to make a peanut chili crisp. Roasted peanuts, sesame seed, black cardamom, MSG, chili crisp,
wow,
star anise, fermented black bean. We got a little bit of slab sugar.
Got it.
Allspice berries, black pepper, magic spice.
Lots of magic spice.
Minced ginger for freshness, cloves. This is mustard oil, fried shallots, fried garlic, some chili oil.
Look at that beautiful color.
Gorgeous.
Smoky. Yeah.
Are we gonna ever make this rice?
We still gotta make the sauce for the dish.
It's a half-hour show.
Black peppercorn, chili oil, yondu.
What's yondu?
Korean condiment of magic proportions.
Wow.
That's really nice.
Oyster sauce. Do we smoke it? Maybe. I don't know.
You take it, put it in the smoker.
And this sweet soy sauce, we make it.
I'm gonna kill you.
This is sriracha from Sriracha in Thailand.
Yeah, I like that one a lot better.
Sambal, sesame oil. So everything else is easy now. We just gotta work fast. Oil going. Scallions, ginger, shrimp paste, Thai chilies, and garlic. With the rice.
My mouth's already watering.
Now we add the sauce.
Look at that.
You want to get every last bit of char on there. We have our nuggets and our bacon. Dust this with our magic spice.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But there's more.
Our magic chili crisp that we made. Fried shallots, fried garlic, a little wedge of lime for acidity. Our rice chips, and then some cilantro.
68 ingredient fried rice. Are you kidding me? The texture of that rice.
That little toast in there, you're totally right. Come on.
Make a nacho. That's the bite.
This is one of the biggest flavor bombs I've ever had on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. This is the pinnacle. I get the spice, I get the sugar, I get the texture, I get the acid.
Every time you go back for a bite, you pick up different flavors each time.
We used to take the bus to Flavortown. Now we're in a bullet train to Flavortown. Lights out.
Love the fried rice. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure.
It's perfectly cooked. It's nice and crunchy.
You can taste that spice that kind of like tingles the top of your head.
This is the best fried rice I've ever had.
See, I'm not a crazy person.
Avishar is amazing. I come here weekly.
I'd come here daily.
1 chicken Manchurian to yellow 3, please.
Mic drop.
Done.
I gotta take a break. I'll see you guys in a minute. Welcome back, Triple D, hanging out in Columbus, Ohio at Joya's with Chef Avishar.
The Spice Doctor.
Joy's is kind of a new spin that we haven't seen in this town before.
With this Bengali flair.
Chopped cheese to Blue 7, please.
Bengali chopped cheese, that's what I'm looking for.
We say chopped cheese, C-H-A-P, and chop is actually a pressed meat kebab. So we start with lamb shoulder, salt, mushroom powder, sugar, Kashmiri chili powder, MSG, turmeric, coriander,
magic spice,
garam masala, black pepper, toasted cumin, mint chutney, ginger paste, garlic, onion paste.
How long is this gonna marinate?
Overnight. Run the whole thing through a coarse grinder, and then we're gonna half it through a fine.
You get these different textures inside. I love it.
Portion it and get ready for service.
And you said we're serving this in a sandwich, and you make the bread.
Of course.
I'm out.
Wow.
All right, I'm back.
Start off with a poolish, water, fresh yeast, toasted corn flour, bread flour, brown butter, salt.
All right, so after it mixes,
we proofed it once, stretch.
And then you got a torpedo.
We're gonna make our Tiger Crunch topping. We have rice flour and onions that are fried and then turned into a powder. Fresh yeast, canola oil, water.
That's a piping bag tip.
Yeah.
Bacon at what temp?
425.
In the combi.
With a full steam injection. And then we go dry, 12 minutes.
So I see we have the whole pantry here.
Gotta have a sauce. In the bowl of mayo, we're gonna add mushroom powder, roasted cumin, MSG, chaat masala, smoked paprika, garlic powder, hot chili powder, ground black pepper, garam masala, yondu.
That's one of my new favorites.
That's what we gotta get.
Maple syrup, oyster sauce,
sambal,
Golden Mountain sauce.
Oh, I know Golden Mountain.
Yeah. The ketchup, Dijon mustard, our chili garlic sauce. Give it a little stir together like that, and we're done.
That's insane. What kind of magic sandwich is this?
Got our meat patty here, and we got our bread toasted. Press it down like a smash burger. And a little bit of butter. We're gonna add some shrimp paste.
Shrimp paste.
Chopped garlic, jalapenos, scallions, and ginger. And then we add some cheese under the lamb kebab. Now is the fun part.
We gotta mix cheese in there.
We're gonna pull our bread. The special sauce is a jalapeno American cheese. Pull a little bit of water and we cap it. Then we got the chopped cheese part. Some lettuce, tomato, magic chopped masala, pickled red onions, pickled serranos for some heat. So this is the achar aioli. Achar is an Indian pickle. Jalapeno chips.
You are David Copperfielding this menu.
Incredible. I don't even know what I'm eating.
I have run out of vocabulary. There are flavors, textures, adaptations, interventions, iterations. All big words I had. Pickled vegetables are perfect. Texture, the bread's dynamite. Cook on the meat's delicious. Flavor, bomb, umami.
I mean, it's like you just got blindfolded, spun around, and thrown in the water. I mean,
Exactly.
you don't know what to do.
Pretty mind-blowing. Well done.
Beautiful chopped cheese.
It's delicious. The bread is soft. The jalapenos and the cheese mix very well with the meat.
And the sauce on the Bengali chop really puts it over the edge.
Definitely not pad thai to table 5.
This is the place that you bring people.
Wow.
You guys rush it.
I don't know what you have planned for tomorrow or for the rest of the month, but I'd be making my way to Columbus.
Yeah.
Enjoy us.
In Parma prosciutto, burrata and bruschetta.
This is where I come to feel like I am in my little town in Nicosia. It's so good.
My mother's full Italian, and it reminds me of back in the younger days of tasting the authentic Italian food.
Thanks to an authentic Italian chef.
One ravioli.
Roberto Crescini owned a restaurant in Italy where he met Steve and Ruby Gonzalez and joined them in this culinary collaboration.
Roberto said he wanted to come to America to create what he created in Italy. He was admitted to the country on a very special visa because of his expertise.
You have a chance to range through the different cuisines from Sicily to Lombardy and everything in between.
How many different pastas do you make?
11 different.
All extruded?
All extruded.
No sheet.
Just we make sheet with ravioli and pappardelles.
Oh, you do make sheet?
This machine made the small sheet.
Make a small sheet,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Extruded small sheet. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's from Italy, Italian
I know.
brand.
Hey,
Monferrina.
I tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna get one.
Yes.
If it's gonna go in my car.
Okay, it's too heavy, no?
No, it's not too
pesante.
Look.
Okay, it's the big guy. Okay, understand.
All right, so we're gonna make the tagliatelle.
With lamb sauce.
And a lamb tagliatelle. I love lamb and the way that chef braises that for hours and hours. So delicious.
The pasta is made fresh every day.
All right, chef, let's start making the pasta.
Okay. 2-time grind semolina.
2-time grind.
9 eggs for 1 kilo semolina. Italian lady wake up in the morning for make the pasta, see the sky with the sun, wind, or humidity. They put 1 more or less egg in the pasta.
How does the Italian chef in Houston under the fluorescent light, what does he say?
In Houston, it's 9 eggs. 4 or 5 minutes. The pasta.
Beautiful. Next?
Take lamb, shoulder or leg.
No salt, no pepper, no oil, no herb, no nada.
No. We for preserve the special flavor of the lamb.
I'm here to learn.
We cooked in the oven from 7 to 8 hours, 240 degrees. Take back.
No seasoning.
That's it.
Now we make the sauce?
Yes. The extra virgin olive oil. Mirepoix.
You want me to get the salt?
No. Bouquet garni.
Bouquet garni is a French term.
My training in the kitchen is all French.
All French.
Lamb stock, tomato.
San Marzano?
Yes. And the lamb cook for 1 more hour.
We're gonna put some Parmesan.
No Parmesan.
Anywhere.
No. The customer put the Parmesan on the top. Pasta cooker.
From Italy.
Sauce.
No salt.
No salt.
No chili flake.
No chili flake. Okay, you tried before without the cheese?
I'm not gonna try. You're gonna stab me if I try it with. It's simple, it's straightforward, delicious. The lamb broke down enough in the sauce that it's creamy and it sticks to the pasta. The acidity of the tomato, the sweetness of the mirepoix, and a little bit of the bouquet garni, letting fantastic ingredients do all the work. That is Italy right there.
Yeah, it's Italy. The tagliatelle lamb is in the window.
The combination with fresh pasta and all the vegetables and the cut of lamb that they use, it just melts in your mouth.
What else is true Italian?
When he does the linguine with clams.
The burrata, absolutely delicious.
And I love to find places that serve very good food, not very expensive.
Spaghetti carbonara.
I always get the carbonara. They make their own guanciale in-house.
The guanciale comes from the pig's cheeks.
I can never have enough of it.
Carbonara.
Carbonara. Italian carbonara or American carbonara? No, please, please, please.
No, stop.
No
stop.
cream.
Stop.
No peas.
You put the peas.
I know put the peas.
I see you.
I know put
I
the
see you.
peas.
Come on.
No.
Yes. But
no.
wait.
There are adaptations that have happened. And the one that is my biggest problem is carbonara.
I kill you today.
Then please, kill me by carbonara.
Trust me.
Okay?
The first we make guanciale in home.
You make your own guanciale here.
Yes, pork jowl. Okay? Italian salt from Sicily.
Finally, we're gonna put salt somewhere.
Black pepper.
That's it?
We keep in the cooler for
a week.
Yes. After lo appendiamo.
Right, we hang it.
Yes,
Right.
for usual 6 months.
So this one's been hanging.
We cut the guanciale. See the color?
Gorgeous. That's gold right there.
We cook the guanciale. We cook the spaghetti. And we mix fresh egg, black pepper, pecorino.
This is done, and now we wait for the pasta. There's an Italian saying that pasta waits for no one. You understand the saying?
No.
It's a famous saying. I don't know.
Super al dente, yes?
Yes. Really got to work it fast so you don't get yourself some scrambled egg. Carbonara means food coma. See this right here? All that sauce adhering right to the pasta. Beautiful. Simple. Precise. Salty and fatty from the guanciale. Really good pepper, really good egg yolk. If you're gonna use this few ingredients, you gotta have the right hand at it. Good night.
Roasted carrot pizza up.
Roasted carrot pizza is my absolute favorite dish. It's unexpected in the best way possible.
That's what we're gonna eat is a roasted carrot pizza?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into it, Chef. Dough first.
High gluten flour starter dough we use for natural yeast.
So this was from yesterday?
Yes, sir. Water, sugar, salt, a little bit more yeast.
Little olive oil. Got it. Let this go for about 15 minutes.
Yes.
And are we letting this proof overnight?
Yes, we do.
Knock it down, portion it, let it develop for 24 hours,
Yes.
and then go. All right, this is weird. That looks like pepperoni.
A little salt and pepper, orange zest, honey.
We just met each other. He's calling me honey already.
Butter, orange juice.
This gets weirder as it goes.
Little olive oil.
In the oven.
Give or take 20 minutes.
Okay, this I gotta see. I'm gonna see it.
Now we're gonna do the dukkha.
The what?
Dukkha's a Moroccan spice.
Okay.
Some almonds, some sesame seeds, cumin, some hazelnuts, black peppercorn, coriander, fennel.
Are we gonna cook this all in the wood-fired oven also?
Yes.
How long?
10 minutes.
Love the way you roll. When those get done, what are we gonna do?
Grind up the spices to make the dukkha.
We had the salt and pepper, paprika.
That's it. That's the garnish for the pizza.
I need more dukkha in my life. This is one interesting pie.
So we get the pizza dough, get it stretched out.
French sous vide.
Gruyere cheese, roasted carrots, a little Fresno pepper for heat.
Why not? Crazy pizza.
You're gonna put it in the oven and then cook it for about like 9 minutes.
Look at that.
So I put it on a napkin to get the ashes out a little bit.
I've never seen that.
Little dukkha.
I am lost. We have to talk. Outstanding. The tang of the Gruyere, the sweetness of the caramelized carrot, the spice of the Fresno. Without the dukkha, you sprinkle on like pixie dust. Wouldn't be a shame. It's giving me goosebumps. That is probably in the top 3 most unique pizzas I've ever had in my life. Like,
Roasted carrot pizza coming out.
The spices and the carrot combination are amazing.
what are we making?
The short rib sandwich. We're making Salinger rye bread.
Salinger rye bread.
High gluten flour, rye flour,
Why not?
wheat flour, caraway seeds,
Don't get carried away with that. The hits keep rolling.
fennel seeds, some sugar, dry yeast, molasses, water, and starter.
How long are we gonna let this need? I need to know.
A couple minutes.
Love what you've done with the ceiling. We're gonna let it proof.
Yes.
And what temperature are we gonna cook it in?
375.
Got it.
Now it's time to sear the short rib. Little olive oil. Gonna season the short rib with salt.
Seared on both sides. I mean, you gotta be serious about it.
Yeah. Carrots, celery, onions. So I take it out and garlic,
Tomato paste,
salt and pepper,
peppercorn,
bay leaf, red wine.
nestle on top, wood-fired oven.
Yes, about 2 hours. Bread,
Those are some pretty lumberjack slices.
clarified butter, put on the grill.
That's righteous. Good amount of caraway in that.
Horseradish mayo, short rib,
Look at that.
Gruyere cheese, caramelized onion. Goes in the oven for a couple minutes. A little cress, go back up.
You make the chips too?
Yes.
You make the pickles too?
Yes.
Of course he does. Help, lift my elbow. Oh, thank you. Delicious. Rich, big flavor, the caramelized onions. It's a light, in terms of density, rye bread. It's what you want it to be. Right amount of cheese. Pickle's delicious. It's kind of like a dynamite pot roast sandwich meets French onion soup. Well done, chef.
Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you.
Real deal. So I'm here in Maui, just up the street from the Andaz Hotel. Oh, you boys found it. Good deal.
Yeah, we've been here before. We came with Mom, we sat in the back. We came around the back, actually.
I knew this place sounded familiar. It's a husband and wife team. She does the baking. He scratch makes everything. And I'm telling you, everyone talks about it. This is Matteo's Osteria.
I got gnocchi.
His food is so authentic.
It's like walking into a little piece of Italy.
Cheese meatball.
You feel like your mom, who wants you to have the best, is cooking for you.
It may not be Mom, but Chef Matteo Mistura did get a love for cooking at his family's restaurant in Italy. And now he and his wife, Gianna, are bringing La Famiglia Italiano to Maui.
Italian food is just so amazing. We all love it.
So there is a good combination of modern and traditional Italian cooking. Lasagna coming up.
When I tasted his lasagna, I was like, my grandma's in the room again.
It's just creamy and delicious.
I can assume we're starting off with the
bolognese.
Okay, the bolognese.
We start with the oil. Italian sausage, mirepoix.
To give that natural sweetness.
This is local ground beef, grass-fed. This kind of things is a morning job for me. Talk to the bolognese.
I'm gonna have my Zen moment with my bolognese.
Bolognese talking to me.
Let's go, kids. This guy's crazy. He's talking to the bolognese.
I can add the mortadella next.
Let me see. That's not mortadella.
Look at that. Look at that.
Just make sure that's mortadella.
It really is mortadella. Boy, that's good. Is there more mortadella?
Deglaze with the Sangiovese wine.
That's not real Sangiovese.
That's bay leaves, rosemary, tomato sauce. I import canned tomatoes
from Italy.
The Vildemi.
If you could see, guys, the viscosity of this, and that comes from when you make your own demi. How long is this gonna simmer?
At least it's 3 hours. Now we're gonna go in the back.
We're gonna get into making the pasta?
First the flour, I mix it with salt, and then I add the eggs.
Got it.
I let it work 15 minutes, and I need to wrap it and let it rest for an hour.
Can you guys hear all this outside?
Why can't we just come in?
Matteo caught you over at the prosciutto slicer.
We got cameras.
Okay, you guys can come in.
The flour and semolina mix.
Folding it in thirds when you're folding it in half to continue to build the layers.
So this is ready.
Nice.
He's taking the measurement of the half pan.
You go.
Hey, let's go take a watch.
Did they just leave us? It did.
Blanch the pasta. I use bechamel sauce on the bottom, give a nice moist pasta sheet. More bechamel. The bolognese that we made.
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Mozzarella cheese.
And it just keeps going.
5 layers of love.
5 layers of love. Par bake this for how long?
15, 20 minutes. I flip it on a cutting board, cool it, portion it, bechamel.
When it's time for service, you bake it in the
I
terracotta
bake it in
bowl.
terra 10 minutes with the foil on.
Okay.
Another 5 to 10 minutes without the foil. Because I like that nice, crusty, cheesy. Don't touch it, it's very hot. Parsley, Parmesan cheese.
And that's all she wrote.
You're gonna share.
No. We speak the same language. Young grasshoppers, I want you to learn the discipline of how to enjoy one bite at a time. See, I like how you got that nice and crispy on top. Just watch, guys. It's delicious.
This doesn't hurt us at all.
This is rustic, super balanced. You really get the bolognese. And it's not heavy, and it's bright, really clean flavors. We should have popped a couple in for the boys.
My mouth's just
I got a full tray for them.
Your lasagna?
The toasted melted cheese really gives it a nice little crunch. It's good stuff.
I think I'll be able to actually finish the entire dish, and that's not common with lasagna, but this, I could pound it out.
Ravioli on table 16.
When you come here, you're welcome like a family. It's comforting.
That's if you come from a nice family.
They just make you feel like this is where you belong.
The only thing that could make this feel more like home is if you had 2 couches in the corner and Jules and Hunter were laying on them.
We work on that.
With their shoes on. I'm gonna just set this down for a second. You boys don't touch it. We're hanging out at Matteo's. We're gonna come back, make you another dynamite recipe.
The lamb ossobuco?
Lamb ossobuco is unbelievable. You're just
overwhelmed by how much flavor is there.
What's not to love about Matteo?
This food is amazing.
You can taste a little bit of old Italy in there.
The lamb ossobuco.
The lamb ossobuco is like a special treat. The shank is ginormous. The saffron risotto is really good. Not something that you would expect to find in Hawaii.
Now what are we making?
Braised lamb. We start seasoning with salt and pepper. Oil on a pan.
Searing off all the shanks.
We're ready to
sweat the veggies.
A sprig of rosemary, garlic, red wine, bay leaves, tomato sauce, the veal demi, chicken stock.
You make that too?
Of course, with salt and pepper. Put this liquid in there, cover, and put in the oven. 275 for 3 hours.
What are we gonna serve this with?
The saffron risotto.
You had me at risotto, pal. And I got my laugh track over here with these two.
Butter, onions, rice.
The arborio or carnoli or what kind of rice?
Carnaroli. Carnaroli.
Carnaroli.
I toast the rice before deglazing with a dry white wine.
Love it.
Let evaporate the wine. Stock is very important that we add slowly. We don't want to boil the rice.
The best way to make a really good risotto is to bring your 24-year-old son in and say, come in here and stir this. Let's go get a glass of wine.
Why
there
did
you
I
go.
see that coming from like a mile away?
Hey,
don't blow this.
Oh, chef, this looks fantastic.
Well, I hope we're doing this right.
It's time to add the saffron in the risotto.
Keep stirring.
This one is 18 minutes.
18 minutes. Let's take a look around. Let's go see the wine room.
Yeah.
See you guys in a bit.
I think they're gonna be proud of us. I think so.
The final step is the cold butter, Parmesan cheese.
Look at that.
So I want to remind you boys that there's many times in Italy and in France and all these countries that went through very poor times that this right here is the center of the plate. And this would be the foundation of it. So this final technique is really the piece de resistance, the finishing touch. You know, you give it the respect. Having the opportunity to have a delicious braised shank next to it is a different story. But as Matteo will tell you, this risotto being done correctly.
Oh, it's just like what Rocco explained to us in LA when we were making it.
Rocco DeSpirito, good friend of mine, famous chef, he came to our house and we taught the boys how to make risotto. And they sat there and went through it in the process. And they took these bites and everybody just kind of melted.
So this is our shank.
You gotta be kidding me.
The little bit of vegetables, carrots, braised liquid, yeah, is the jus.
Is this a little gremolata we're finishing this?
Oh yeah. It's a lemon zest, garlic, parsley, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper.
Gorgeous looking plate.
I think I can almost take this apart with my eyes.
That is so difficult to watch. What is this?
Chef, the risotto is perfect, delicious, and creamy. The gremolata is that much needed acidity because you got rich risotto, you got a rich shank. When you get the bite of the shank with the jus, with the risotto, with the butter and the parm, that's the bite.
How much longer is this gonna last? So mean.
2 lamb ossobuco in the window.
As soon as you see the ossobuco come to your table, your mouth starts to water, and it's just amazing.
And the risotto is exceptional. All this flavor.
How many times have we come in here?
Hundreds of times.
Hundreds?
She's not even kidding. Our answer really is
Maybe
sometimes we don't eat here.
Takes me right back to Italy.
Your discipline to food, your love affair with it, you do treat this like your child. You and G do. Seeing G and all her personality and all that front of the house service. I mean, service is such a big piece here. You give it all the love that you have for what you're making and how you're making it. The discipline, let's do it right. Guys, and this is something the two of you should know. It's the sum of all the little things that make this really come together and make this amazing. There's very few ingredients in these dishes. It's ingredients that everybody can buy. It's not like you have some secret proprietary item. What it is here is it's love, respect, and discipline to cooking has taken this the next level. Outstanding.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, make sure you subscribe to Food Network UK where you can see loads more shows and loads of different recipes.